In this video, we're going to see how we can import file from Autocad or Revit, so BIM or CAD, into Blender so that we can proceed our work here and just modify, or also we can create 2D drawings here, technical drawings, and 3D models, of course. So first of all, we need to have Blender installed and opened up, and then the first thing we're going to do is go to the Edit tab or menu and just go in the Preference panel. So that's where you need to, first of all, activate an important add-on or plugin. So you will find these in the add-ons sections. By the way, you can also change the interface from here, and I'm, for example, can use Italian because I'm Italian. So some of the text will be translated, not all the whole software, but just to show you how you can do it and do it in your own language. So you go to the add-ons, you can see it didn't change the term there, and we're gonna activate the plugin that is needed to work with DXF files, and also you can use DWG, but you need to convert those. So I'm gonna click here if I want to install an external plugin, but in this case this is already in Blender, so I just need to search it, and you can see you cannot find anything with DWG, but you can find it with DXF. There it is. So I've already activated, and you can see you have two different ones. One is for exporting from Blender, so you can also do that in Blender. You can create technical drawings, create CAD drawings, and then export them into another CAD application or AutoCAD or whatever you are using. But this is right now under construction, so it probably is not stable yet, but you can try. And the most important one, that the one we're gonna use in this video, will be the other one, which is the importer. So we have an export plugin and an import plugin. We're gonna use the import, but you can try also with the export. And you're gonna work with DXF in both cases. Either that you are exporting or importing, gonna use DXF format. Now, there are many software out there that can use DXF as a export format, because DXF is basically more versatile, you can use it with many different software. Now, if you don't have a DXF for whatever reason, you can convert it. So if you have only a DWG, you can go on the web, you can look for a converter, but if you type DXF converter in the search bar in the channel, you should find another video guide explaining to you how you can convert it and how you can use a DXF starting from DWG or also other formats like SVG, other vector graphics format. But in this video, we're gonna just proceed here with DXF. So I'm gonna go to import and just jump into AutoCAD DXF file. This is the one that you should see if you activate the plugin correctly. And I'm gonna navigate into a folder inside my computer where I've stored some DXF files exported from many different software like SketchUp, Cinema 4D, Revit, AutoCAD. So if you want, you will find also video courses about this software in the channel. So you'll find Blender video course, AutoCAD video course, Cinema 4D video course, Revit video course, and many more. So just, search it in the channel. So I'm gonna start with a 2D drawing because you can, again, do it 2D or 3D. Now this is a 2D, but this is from Cinema 4D, for example. So you can export from Cinema 4D, you can export vector graphics for graphic design, video editing, video effects, for a lot of reasons. You can work in architecture, you can work in motion graphics, so whatever you want, there you can import it. And it's gonna be vector graphics. So this is gonna be a first example. Now let's see something more architectural for architects and engineers, those that works with the blueprints and technical drawings. Now you can see this one here that I've just imported is kind of too big, so it doesn't fit into the view. Now in Blender, you can adjust the size of the elements that you import, that you insert, or you can also adjust the camera. But in this video, I'm just gonna scale everything up. So I'm gonna select everything that I wanna scale from the objects panel on the right, or you can call it outliner, you can call it whatever you like, but I call it like also the Explorer, because you can select all the objects from there. And you can see that the texts are recognized as text, so you can edit them as text in Blender. And well, let's just scale it with the scale tool. Be careful to scale it 2D, not on one dimension, otherwise you're gonna deform it. So you wanna make sure that you are scaling on, in this case, Z and X. And there you go. So this is the plan view of a building here. I think this was from Revit. So these are like Revit templates that you can get, and or you can get any other template that you want. Okay, and now let's see some 3D. So I'm gonna select this time this other export that I did from Revit. So you can export, and you can decide whether you want to export a 3D. If you start from a 3D view, you're gonna export a 3D. If you start from a 2D view, you're gonna export technical drawings and blueprints. Again, everything is explained in the Revit video course if you're interested in architecture and BIM, so building information modeling. So you will find everything there. And well, it's taking a little bit extra time because this is like a bigger file, so you need to be patient there. There it is. So again, it's just like too big for our view, so we either change the view settings or we scale the project. Now, when you start to insert more projects, well, you need to get a little bit organized. You need to manage the different files. So what we can do here, again, in the outliner, in the objects panel, we can, well, also you can see there, if you can see the text. So that's going to be like 2D, not 3D. So you can recognize from there. And if you expand a little bit here, you can see also that some of those are curves or splines or 2D drawings or vector graphics. So everything 2D, it has this icon right here. This green icon represents 2D. So you can easily spot which object is 2D and which one is 3D. And you can see the complexity of these. This is because of these are like coming from BIM application or BIM. So they are a little bit more complex and divided into many different phases and like families and types and things. Now with the triangle, these are all meshes. So if you want to work only with the 3D, well, we don't need to filter these. So there's the filter right here. So we can filter and just get rid of everything that is not a 3D and it's an object. So it's going to be object and mesh. So now what I see here in the panel are only the meshes, so the 3D part of whatever I have imported so far. And now I can also like group them together using a new folder, a new group. So just right click and select new group or new library or something like that. And we're also gonna activate it here so we can see it. We have collections. Yeah. So I can click there and drag and drop it into the new collection. So this is now, everything is organized. I can manage different types of file. So I can do a collection for 2D, a collection for 3D, and so on. So I can organize everything and manage everything better. And so when I right click, I can select everything that it's in that collection and then scale it. And remember now, you cannot scale it 2D because it's going to be like deformed, or 1D, one dimension. You need to scale it 3D. So scale it down and you should see it properly just by doing a few resizing operations. So you can see here we have 2D, we have 3D. It's pretty easy. And now we can continue to work in Blender. Either we can like continue to model or substitute, for example, those trees that don't look pretty realistic, so I can get more realistic trees. Or if I want, I can continue to use my technical drawing there and create more technical drawings and 2D vector graphics here in Blender. Or perhaps I don't care, I can just move on into the rendering part. So you can find the rendering buttons on the top right, but right now you can see we don't have any light, so it's not working. We need to set up lighting, we need to set up materials to have realistic renderings. And again, everything you will find it in the Blender video course. You will find how to create realistic renderings, animations, and many more things, many more lessons that will teach you how to use these files in Blender once they're there. But this is going to be it for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to support us, join the channel as a supporter. Write your questions, write your suggestions. See you in the next video.